Okay, welcome everyone to the Package Group weekly retro for the 27th of February 2020. In what went not so well, over to you, Tim.
Thanks, Stan. This week I felt a bit sluggish all week and didn't get as much done as I would have hoped. But I think that happens sometimes. And the duplication of work for creating a research issue has been a bit frustrating. Ian, do you want to vocalize your comment as well?
Yeah, when working with the research for UX, I've also kind of had that experience. It's a bit frustrating when you have to create a research issue and a recruitment issue and a research epic and all the insights. It does come to be a little frustrating.
I found the same thing. Yeah, it just felt like I was creating the same content, but 5 or 6 different ways. So I think after it's said and done, I could revisit and see if there's something could be improved there. On to Steve.
So this week I've been pretty overloaded and have had very little time to really devote to just like being able to focus on developing anything substantial in terms of features. And I caught myself falling into some old habits of just like, working too long of hours and being online too much into the night and stuff. So last night I did remove my email from my phone to hopefully help with that. Dan?
Yeah, thanks for that. Working too much is bad, just for the record. Working through some of my action items can be time confusing, just like planning around career progression. Some of the bigger picture stuff can be really like, I have to think about it. My vacation day this week was a lot of riding my motorcycle in traffic, which isn't exactly fun. I need to take a vacation, as Steve called me out. Thank you, Steve, for calling me out. Feeling pressure and making sure we're delivering customer value. We might need to adjust our metrics or maybe even our prioritization. One of the things I'm trying to work through right now. Over to you, Ian.
This week I noticed I didn't do a particularly good job effectively planning my focus time. And I found that I was just constantly distracted by something else I need to be looking at. And so my overall productivity was a little rough this week. And I just didn't get as much done as I wanted. Over to you, Nick.
Yeah, so for me, unfortunately, I chose not to follow the sagely advice provided by the screenwriters of Under Siege 2. And I messed up reviewing Steve's MR by assuming that the link in the MR would work. And the maintainer found out it did not work. And that's my bad, because I should have known that, because I've probably been caught out by this by myself. But I just assumed it would automatically append index at the end and find the route. But yeah, it didn't. So sorry, Steve, my bad. Over to Nico.
Yeah, so this week I had a couple of low motivation, low energy days due to personal reason, which is not the best. And the beginning of the week, I found another feature flag that were not aligned, not at least how we wanted to do our test plan. And that's like, it's a small change, but it takes a lot of time before it becomes active, because review, staging, and blah, 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 production. And over to Joao.
So this was a low week in terms of merged MRs for me. I spent most of the time investigating, debugging issues, and learning how we handle metrics and logging, all of that, which is not a bad thing, but I felt less productive because of that. On to Ailey.
Yeah, so I got a big impactful MR merge that really helps the garbage collection algorithm for all drivers. When you do pass that dash remove untagged or minus or dash in flag. So very pleased with it. I'm pleased with how it works. So that was nice. And I had more contained. Oops, this is the bad stuff. Sorry. I've been fighting the tail end of a cold this week, so it's been less than pleasant. And I've been a bit woozy, which is why I read the wrong thing because I'm not at 100%. um, Tim, you're next.
Thank you. I'm glad. Hopefully, you start to feel better soon. So for what went well, I feel like as a team, we've really been responding to the community in issues and bugs. I opened up a few bugs this week and saw Haley responding to some people for a distribution bug. I saw Steve responding to some people. So it's really cool to see that. I think it helps our community a lot too. I got to meet up with Dan in person for some coffee, and I think he liked it. I think in the end it was okay. So it's good enough, for such a coffee connoisseur. And the write-ups I've been finding the write-ups on the performance testing that Haley and Joam have been doing extremely helpful to read through. And it was really cool that we got to use some of that data to inform the the expiration policy feature. So it's cool to not only have that data, but to use it. On to Steve.
So I think that the container expiration policy meeting that we had this week led to a good action plan. So that was really exciting. And this week I participated in large number of reviews, and I've started to kind of notice myself getting better at reviewing other people's code. So that was kind of like a nice bonus to see my improvement. Dan?
I got 2 MRs merged into the container registry this week. It's kind of cheating because one of them was just the release notes, so it doesn't really count, but I'm counting it. It goes into the thing. It's good. Anyway, I'm pretty excited about that. And I got to use the merge parrot in our agenda document, so yes. Super impressed with everyone's ability to execute on our goals. We might change how we do prioritization or whatever it might be, but I really appreciate everyone really sort of diving in and making it happen. So that's really cool. So thank you. I'm looking forward to contribute. I may buy some masks for the travel, but I'm really looking forward to it anyway. And as Tim mentioned, we managed to catch up while I was in LA, which is really great. So super good to see you, Tim, again. And over to Ian.
This week we got some results for the survey around jobs to be done from some internal folks. It was really exciting to see how we all think about how we're doing in terms of package. It was really exciting to work with support because I messaged them, and within half an hour, like 10 people had responded with questions and feedback for the survey. So it was a really, really great experience to get that. And then on top of that, this week we came up with some new ideas and brainstormed around them and figured out plans to execute. And that experience was just really fun and exciting. It's always fun and exciting, but this week especially so. Over to Nick.
Yeah, so for me, I got the package details activity merge request merge, which is quite a nice UI enhancement and is one of the stepping stones to the package UI redesign. And big thanks to David for that as well, because he helped me with the backend code, because that kind of grew from just being front end to encompassing quite a big chunk of backend changes as well. I also got the package type on the package API work merged as well, which is really nice. And it opens up a bunch of front end work. So I'm really happy for that. Big thanks to Steve. Like, I don't think I can actually claim that MR as mine, because Steve probably like contributed certainly as much code as I did to that. So, and if that contributed to you like working late or anything like that, then I truly apologize. That sucks. And then finally for me, I'm looking forward to doing some easy and chill quotes front end work next week, where I don't have to worry about like reviewers and Rails and bothering people and all that kind of good stuff. So next week should be good for me. Over to Nico.
Okay, the unmute button. So I wrote some more feature tests. They went in, they merged, and they're working. I can sleep better. And I had a very productive coffee chat with Joao today, and I think we have 2 issues to come. He was more productive and wrote this. I still need to open one. And over to Joab.
Yeah, I think the discussion and the collaboration we are having around the tag expiration policy feature rollout is a great example of how a team should work together, especially when we get together people from front end, backend Rails, backend Go, product, and everyone looking at the same goal. It's working great, I think. This was also a week where I've learned a lot because I spent a lot of time investigating and chasing problems and raising issues and experimenting. So I learned a lot about the Open Containers Initiative specifications and how we handle logging and metrics at GitLab. On to Ellie.
So as you heard before, so I did get a good OR merge, and this is the this is where we cache the tag results during garbage collection, which has been it's enabled us to in our trials on the registry, the copy of dev, when we ran it before without this flag, we found 2,000 tags, 2,000 images, 2,000 blobs to delete, and then we ran it again and it's like over 100,000. So it makes a big difference, and being able to do that in a quick, effective way that doesn't in a quick and effective and efficient way is really nice. Yeah, and I was able to better contain my working hours. Last couple of weeks, I kind of felt like a hummingbird, like coming back to my computer, just like all like during the day and having really disjointed hours. So I've been better about being able to set aside bigger chunks of time and really dig in this week, which felt a lot better. And I don't see any action items, so I think that is it.
That would seem like it. I was just trying to add the comment there at the end, which was this one. But yeah, all right, sweet. That is good for us. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to stop the recording. If people would like to hang around and chat, that is totally fine to do so. If not, totally fine to not do so. But thank you very much for everyone following along at home. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day, whatever that looks like, including their weekend, which is impending. So thanks a lot.